when Crystal and I were putting this together, it occurred to us that if you're talking about referrals, that one of the ways to really make a difference in this referral market is through redefining client events. And so I want you to think a little bit about the last client event you had and think about whether you'd want to do that again. For a lot of advisors, it's not a very fun process. The client events, sometimes are like the big chicken dinner, sometimes they're a barbecue, sometimes it's a Christmas party. But the most effective client events, and this is true if you want to use LinkedIn or not, are those client events where you create word of mouth influence, where you create some emotional bonding. And to do that, you've got to start to focus on the experience itself. And so if you're going to get your clients talking about you, which really is the objective of client events, what you've got to do is have a new formula for making your client events remarkable. And to get people talking about it, to get them sharing this with their friends and family. And so that's what this client event redefinition reframing is about. And so we encourage you not to get stuck in the past thinking, client events, I've tried those, they didn't work. Of course they didn't. What you focused on was some large, low interaction kind of event where you were trying to sell yourself. Instead, if you were to focus on events like a hot air balloon ride, like a cooking class, like a wine tasting, like a golf lesson for a small group of clients, and Crystal has just finished showing you how you can go about finding referrals from your clients into groups like this, and within your business how to find referrals from your clients who have these as likes, then what you're able to do is create a different kind of event circumstance. And really what you're trying to do is create that circumstance where when you get together with your clients that you have this remember when conversation. We've all had that. Do you remember when we went to the World Series? Do you remember when we went to see that show on Broadway? Those are the kinds of experiences you want to create, okay? And you can do that with LinkedIn or not with LinkedIn. So one of the things you're going to get in your email tomorrow is a link to download a 5-step marketing plan to help you get more referral business. It's going to direct you how to incorporate all this. And so the first big new step for a lot of us is to profile a little bit differently. In the past, we wanted to know where the money is and who the family members are and so forth. If you're going to redefine your client events, if you're going to build a sustainable referral business, then you've got to learn to profile a little bit differently. So we encourage you to go back to your top 20% of your clients and ask them, what are your passions? What are your interests? What are your affiliations? What are your activities? And when you have that information laid out in front of you, it's pretty easy to see where you can start to build client experiences that are going to create that remember when moment. And as you're thinking about your events, as you're looking at your calendar for the remainder of 2018, and you're thinking, I'd like to do a client event for maybe 10 or 12 or 15 people a month for the next 9 months. And so within that, I know I've got to have 3 or 4 clients, and out of those 3 or 4 clients, I'm going to ask them to invite some people. I'm going to use LinkedIn to cultivate some more referrals. So each of those client events may only be 10 or 12 people, but they're going to be highly targeted, highly cloned versions of what you're looking for. Focus on the experience. That's what creates the emotional bonding level. We've heard a lot of amazing ideas, amazing examples of client experiences that financial advisors have done. For instance, in Austin, they take advantage of the Formula One race there, excuse me, to share some of those experiences with their clients. Obviously, wine or craft beer tasting is a big deal here in Dallas. Guided museum tours, cooking classes, golf lessons, backstage tours at the theater, all those kinds of things that are indigenous to your area are going to make for great client experiences. And then finally, you want to make sure you're leveraging LinkedIn, making sure you're taking full advantage of that, okay? I'd like to jump back if I can, because when Crystal exited, she didn't get a chance to do her close. She is
I'm
offering
here, Jack.
you.
Okay. Can you hear me? I'm back.
Yeah, she's offering this LinkedIn generation piece. So those templates that you saw, messages, how to connect with your different levels of referrals on LinkedIn. She's put together a book of those, and you're welcome to go to LinkedIngeneration.com and download that. That's her bonus to you. So that kind of wraps up, I think, what we had to offer with respect to LinkedIn and redefining client events. And I want to give you a heads up, and you'll have a link to register for this in your email tomorrow. But we've got Matt Halloran coming to talk to us later this month on a modern way. We're talking about cutting edge way that financial advisors are getting in front of their ideal prospects. So we encourage you to come back and join us again on March 28th. For that event. If you've got
Jack?
any questions, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I was going to
Crystal.
say, if we have a few minutes for those, if I could go back and show them the two other things that I had for them, if they wanted to take advantage of them.
We're at 4:35, Crystal.
Okay.
So I tell you what, offline, if you want to shoot me over some that information, we can talk about it. We can put it in the email for tomorrow if you like.
Sure.
Or I tell you what, folks, if you want to jump off at this point, make a note. The number is 800-752-0207. If you've got to run, go ahead. Otherwise, Crystal, I'm just going to kick it back over to you, and this will be a bonus
Sure, and I'm
seminar.
happy to answer as many questions as people want if they have questions.
If you've got to leave, folks, we totally understand. If you've got questions, Crystal is going to wrap up her presentation, and she's going to answer all of your questions. So, Crystal, take it away. You've got until sunset now.
So, okay. Is my screen showing quite yet?
It is.
Okay, so actually, let me go back here real quick. Special offer for attendees. I shared with Jack and the InsureMark ADOs a training program on that actually included a step-by-step system for the things that I've been talking about. And he came back and asked me, "Is that for sale?" And I was like, "Well, no, not really." But I decided to make it for sale for you guys and for only a limited time. But for $57, you'll get written instructions of my basic lead generation system, a training video that walks you step by step on how to do it, and a lead tracking sheet. And so if you are interested in that, you can go to linkedinninja.com/insuremark. I'm only making that available for 1 week only. Actually, I had my website person going crazy trying to quickly get this up on the website just for you guys. If you're interested, since I gave you so much detail, if you want something a bit more tangible, you can go ahead and do that. Also,
Hey,
every month.
Crystal, one second. Hey guys, this is an amazing deal. We went through this over the weekend. This is an amazing training. If you are interested at all in what you've heard today about getting LinkedIn and incorporating it into your business to generate more referrals, then you need to get this video and put your administrative assistant through the training so that they can then help you generate more of this referral business. This is worth 10 times the $57. I'm telling you.
Right.
Ahead,
So, and it's just because I love you guys that I decided to make this available. So also every month, if you really like to dig in and get into the weeds, I offer these events called LinkedIn Ninja Third Fridays. They're offered virtually or in my office in River Center in Covington, Kentucky. So they're done every third Friday of the month. Next one's March 16th. And it's a 3-hour event. They are recorded, but only for the attendees. So it's not something that you can purchase and just get the recording for, because they're interactive. I don't plan anything other than the comments that people or the questions that people submit to me. So when you register for this, there's a small little survey to get an idea of where you're at, ask you what is the one question you really need to know, what other things do you want to get out of it, and based on the submissions, then I put this stuff in order and we go live, demo, tutorial, me answering those questions back and forth if something's not clear. It is 100% interactive, answering the questions that you need practically so that you can do what it is that you need to do. Take those pieces, come back next month and get the next pieces that you need. And they're only $25. So this is a brand new initiative, and it's kind of to help people who might be on a tighter budget, but also because I enjoy getting in with all the changes that LinkedIn's doing to see how other people are experiencing them and what's going on to help create better training programs and services for my clients. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun for me, but we really get into the details and into the weeds if you like to get into that kind of thing. So I encourage you to take advantage of that and to find that. So if you go to linkedinninja.com, it's in the main navigation, but third Friday, and you can register to attend that. There is a limit as far as how many people can attend that, because we don't want it to, since it's interactive, don't want it to get crazy. So do we have any questions?
You've been handling the questions.
Okay.
You've done an awesome job. LinkedInninja.com is Crystal's website, and if you need more information about any of this, watch your inbox tomorrow. It's gonna that follow-up email is going to be loaded, and please, as you exit, make sure that you complete our little survey. Look forward to seeing you on the 28th, and please connect with Crystal and InsureMark on LinkedIn. Crystal, anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. Thanks, guys. You've been a great audience. I see most of you have hung in there, and we look forward to seeing you later this month for Matt Halloran.
And he's my co-author, so you're in for some great stuff. You better come back next month.
Thank you. Sure. Bye-bye.
Bye.